Level 1. Broke. You're 23, and you have $11 until Friday, and the group chat is deciding which bar to go to tonight. You watch the messages come in. You do the math you have learned to do silently. The math nobody else at your level of the friendship has to do. A drink is $9. 2 drinks and the tip and the ride home is a day and a half of food. You type and delete and type again, and finally you send the thing you always send. I might be a little late. Save me a seat. You're not going to be late. You're not going. Nobody suspects anything, because at this level, your friends are broke too. And being broke together is the easiest kind of friendship there is. There is no gap between you. When Deacon's card gets declined at the pizza place, everyone laughs, and someone covers him. And next week, he covers someone. And the money moves in a small, warm circle that never leaves the group. This is the last time in your life that money will be invisible inside a friendship. You do not know that yet. You think this is just how friends are? You think it will always feel this frictionless, this equal, this free of the thing you cannot yet name. Your best friend at this level is a guy named Ro. Ro has exactly as little as you do. You split a 2-bedroom, you split the internet, you split a bag of rice into meals that last a week, and on the nights neither of you can sleep, you sit on the fire escape and talk about the money you are both going to have one day, as if it is a place you are going to move to together. You believe you will arrive at the same time. At level 1, your friends treat you exactly like themselves, because you're exactly like them. And the equality is so complete that you mistake it for something permanent. Level 2, stable. You are 27. You have a real job now. Not rich. Stable. You can go to the bar without doing the math. And the first time you buy a round without flinching, you feel something you did not expect, which is guilt, because Ro is still on the fire escape. You got the job. Ro did not get his. It was not about who worked harder, and you both know it, and that is the part that sits between you now, like a third person on the couch. You have started arriving at the same places from different directions. The first crack is small. You suggest a restaurant. A normal restaurant, nothing fancy. And there is a pause in the chat. A pause you would not have noticed a year ago. And then Deacon says, maybe somewhere cheaper. And you say, of course, obviously, and you mean it. But something has changed. You are now the person who suggests the expensive thing. You did not apply for that role. It was assigned to you the moment your income crossed a line you didn't see. You start paying for things quietly. You grab the check before it lands. You tell yourself it is generosity, and some of it is, but some of it is management. The smoothing over of a gap that is beginning to show, and you have started spending money specifically to make the money invisible again. It does not work. Everyone can feel it. Ro most of all. He gets quieter. Not cold. Quieter. When you mention the job, he says, "That's great, man," and he means it. And there is a half second underneath it where he is also doing math, the same silent math you used to do at level 1, except now the number he is measuring is the distance between you. At level 2, your friends do not treat you worse. They treat you carefully. And careful, it turns out, is the beginning of the end of easy. Level 3, comfortable. You are 32. You have real money now, not wealthy. Comfortable. And comfortable is the level where the friendships begin to sort themselves without anyone deciding to. You notice you're getting 2 kinds of texts. The first kind is the old kind. Someone thought of you. They saw a movie you'd like. They remembered your birthday. They want nothing. These texts get rarer, and you treasure them in a way you cannot explain to anyone, because they are proof that some part of the old life survived the climb. The second kind is new. It opens with "How are you?" and it is warm, and it is genuine for exactly 2 messages, and then it arrives at the thing. A cousin who is hiring an investment that is perfect for someone like you. A favor that is small for you and large for them. And the largeness is the reason you are the one being asked. You start to hear the shape of the pause before the ask. You get good at it. You can feel a favor coming 3 texts away, the way you feel weather. And here's the part nobody warns you about. It is not the asks that hurt. The asks are honest in their way. What hurts is that you have started suspecting the warm texts too. You catch yourself reading a genuinely kind message and waiting for the turn that does not come, and hating yourself a little for waiting. Ro does not text at all anymore. You reach out. He takes a day to answer. You suggest meeting and it never quite happens, and you both let it not happen because the fire escape is gone, and neither of you knows where the new version of that place is, or if it exists. You invite him to your birthday. He comes, he is warm, he leaves early, and you stand in a room full of people who are happy to know you, and you miss, with a physical ache, the one person in it who knew you before you were worth knowing. At level 3, money has stopped being a thing you have. It has become a lens that every friendship is now viewed through, including by you. Level 4. Wealthy. You are 38. The number is large now. Large enough that it enters the room before you do. You throw a party, a good one, and you look around at some point in the evening and you realize you do not know how half of these people entered your life. They are friends of friends. They are people who are delighted to see you. They laugh at the thing you say, a beat too quickly, and a decibel too loud, and every one of them would describe you sincerely as a close friend. You have never been more surrounded. You have never felt more alone in a crowd, and the two facts are the same fact. Because at this level, you can no longer tell the difference between people who like you and people who like the temperature around you. The warmth is real. That is what makes it impossible. Nobody is lying. They genuinely enjoy your company, and they would also genuinely enjoy the version of your company that comes with the house, the connections, the sense that standing near you is standing near something. You cannot separate the two. And the cruelest part is that neither can they. You test people now. You do not mean to. It happens automatically. You mention a downturn, a hypothetical loss, and you watch the micro-expression, the tiny recalculation, and you file it away. You have become a person who audits affection. You did not choose this. The money installed it in you. The old friends who are left, the 2 or 3 who survived every level. You cling to them with an intensity that would frighten them if they saw it, because they are the control group. They liked you when there was nothing to like you for. They are the only people whose warmth you are allowed to believe, and you would trade a significant fraction of everything to keep them, and you cannot say that out loud, because saying it out loud is exactly the kind of thing that would make it weird. At level 4, your friends treat you wonderfully, and you can no longer fully trust a single degree of it, except from the ones who knew you when you were broke. Level 5, rich enough to disappear. You are 45. You have more than you will ever spend, and you have learned the final lesson, which is the quietest one. At this level, you stop performing. You stop going to the parties. You stop collecting the warm strangers. You have understood, finally, that a large circle is not the reward. A large circle is the tax. The reward, if there is one, is the 2 or 3 people who are still on the phone with you at 11 at night, for no reason at all, who want nothing, who have never wanted anything, whose texts still occasionally arrive just because they thought of you. You find Ro. It has been years. You do it deliberately, the way you do everything now. You don't send an invitation to something. You don't offer him anything, because offering him something is the one move that would ruin it. You just call, and you sit on the phone in a house that is far too big, and after a while the old rhythm comes back. Slowly. The fire escape rhythm. And neither of you mentions the money, and for 1 hour, it is level 1 again. He does not ask you for anything. That is how you know. And you understand sitting there that this is the entire thing. This was always the entire thing. Everything you built was, in some buried way, an attempt to get back to a fire escape, and a bag of rice, and a friend who liked you when you were nobody. And you spent 20 years and a fortune building the exact conditions that make that kind of friendship almost impossible to have. Somewhere right now, there's a 23-year-old with $11 until Friday. The group chat is deciding on a bar, and they are typing the message they always type, "Save me a seat. I might be a little late." And they are not going to go, and nobody will suspect anything, because everyone in that chat is broke together. And the money is invisible, and the friendship is completely, perfectly equal. They think it will always feel like this. They do not know they are living in the only level, where a friend can look at them and see nothing but a friend. Your friends did not get worse at every level. They stayed exactly as human as they always were. The money just kept turning up the lights, until you could see every calculation that was always there, in them, and in you, and in the space between what people feel and what they need. You were the same person at every level. The money simply decided how many people were allowed to see it.